What's crack-a-lackin'? Welcome in to My Mind is a Weapon Fantasy Football Show.
Welcome into episode 140, everybody. I am your host, SleezBall. Today's episode will be my Week 11 top 10 defenses, top 10 kickers, plus one streamer each, guys. Before we dive into it here, make sure you smash that like, make sure you hit that subscription, turn that bell on. It helps me out a ton. I will be live all weekend long, Thursday to Monday this week. And if you guys can't make any of the live streams, you can always drop any questions you have down below. It does not have to pertain to this video. My goal is to answer every single one of them, get you that weekly win, and get you that ultimate goal of the championship, guys. And if you guys want to check out my waiver wire video that is out for tonight, my quarterback rankings are out, and I'm going to get my running back, wide receiver, tight end, hopefully to you guys today. If not, I'll have it tomorrow, and then I'll start my stardom, sit-em, guys, and let's dive into the defense and kicker rankings for Week 11. So if you guys are new to the channel, this is my kicker and defenses board here for Week 11. The ball list tier I will not use. I will use tier 1 and tier 2 for my top 10 kickers, and then tier 3 will be where I'll put my streamer plays, one each, and then tier 4 and tier 5 will be my defenses, guys. And what I look for when it's kickers is shootout matchups. So I'm looking at the over-under for scores, and I'm looking for grunge matches where I think the defense is very good in the red zone, or the team gives up a lot of field goals as well. So those are things I look for here. And for the defense, I kind of try to target these backup quarterbacks that are out there as well right now. So, you know, if Mac Jones is out there again, we'll get to that. We don't know if Danny Dimes is going to be out there. We'll get to that as well here. So there's a lot of plays to be made here in Week 11, especially with the playoff hunt is on now, guys. So it's real now. We are in the thick of the thick of the thick. So we're going to start off here with my number one kicker of the week. It is going to be Kaimi Fairbairn. This guy is just an absolute monster, guys. It is just crazy to me what he's doing in the kicking world this season. I mean, you get the Dallas Cowboys, you get Monday Night Football, you get the last laugh, which is everything that you want as a kicker, and you get an offense, like I'm talking about, that has a backup quarterback out there. So you're possibly going to have Cooper Rush, who, if he does bad, you might see Trey Lance at halftime here, and that means more opportunities for the Houston Texans, and the Houston Texans offense will most likely have their superstar Nico Collins back, which is even more points for Kaimi Fairbairn there. So Kaimi Fairbairn is going to be my number one kicker. Heading into number two here, he was my streamer of the week last week. It was Jake Bates. And look what Jake Bates does. Just goes out, hits the game-winning field goal in his hometown, where he was a brick seller. You were hearing from the commentators and stuff in Houston. He had 12 points, made 2 50-yard field goals. You have a high-powered offense. You're going to get, again, the Jacksonville Jaguars, who could have a backup quarterback in Mac Jones, which means more opportunities galore for the Detroit Lions. Heading into my kicker number 3 and my kicker number 4, they are going to be part of the same game here. So this is another thing I'm talking about here. I'm looking for shootout, high-scoring games. This game is at 47.5 points over under right now. And you know Evan McPherson and Cameron Dicker are going to have to be kicking at will. I know you got a Chargers defense is very good, but the Bengals offense is absolutely rolling. Jamar Chase and Burrow just dropped 100 points combined last week, which was absolutely bonkers on Thursday Night Football. So the opportunities are going to be there for each kicker in this game. And I look at it as they're going to need to score on almost every possession in this game. I mean, it sounds crazy to say, but that's what I really think is going to have to happen here. And I know the Chargers are very good at not allowing field goals. They're number 2. And I just don't think it matters. I think the Bengals offense is going to be flying again. You might even have T. Higgins back out there as well, which is really going to help their offense and be in more scoring positions here. Starting off with number 5 and number 6, we're going to stick with the same game here again. So when I say I like grunge match kind of game here, right? So, Seabird and them are not, this is not right. So the Pittsburgh Steelers are getting the Ravens. I did Seabird on accident. Justin Tucker's going to come into my kicker 9. So this game, 48.5, supposed to be a high-scoring game here as well again. You have Russell Wilson and the Steelers offense absolutely rolling. I mean, that Mike Williams addition came in for the game-winning catch last week. That was nice to see. And Boswell's just been a man on a mission. And when you have a defense like the Pittsburgh Steelers, it's going to get you the ball back. I mean, I know you're going up against Lamar Jackson, so getting the ball back is a little tougher in this situation, right? But still, it's a top-tier defense that gives you more opportunities. And then on the Ravens side, you got a defense in the Steelers. When I talk about red zone, they're one of the best red zone defenses there is. So every time they get down there, it could be more of a Justin Tucker look here. I know he's been struggling from 50 yards. Maybe Father Time's kind of kicking in on one of the greatest kickers of all time, which is kind of sad, but he's still going to be out there, still getting points in a high-powered offense. I'm still going to leave him up there. Kicker number 6. Now, Austin Siebert. So Thursday Night Football is approaching quickly. We don't know if he's going to be out there, so make sure you're paying attention to the updates. But if he's out there and you're going up against the Philadelphia Eagles, this is one of the best red zone defenses as well. So you can get down to the red zone. They could drive Jaden Daniels, all the way down, and you could get more field goal attempts here because you're going to need every single point in this division matchup rivalry game that is going to be awesome to watch on Thursday Night Football. It is at 48.5 also, so they think the points are going to fly, as do I. 7-3, 7-2, division title on the line here. Playoffs implications on the line, everything. But again, make sure you're paying attention to his injury updates because he did miss last week and he did miss Monday practice. So make sure that you're locked in on the updates because if he's out there, I'm definitely starting him. Kicker number 7, Jake Moody. First game back, man, it was rough. I'm a Niner fan. Holy moly, he missed 3 field goals and then comes in and hits the game winner, which is exactly what you want when you're looking at your kicker. I mean, I know he was coming off injury, but when you have Christian McCaffrey, when you're in the Shanahan offense, you have Brock Purdy, you have Deebo Samuel, you have Kittle, you have Juwan Jennings balling, Ricky Purcell looking good. Your offense is going to be scoring points at will. Now, the Seattle Seahawks defense, like I said at the beginning of the season, was frauds. They played the 3 easy matchups, made everything look great. Now you're looking at a game here where the over-under is 50.5, almost the highest total game of the week. I think they're tied with one other team here at 50.5. Or they might be the highest total in general, I think. Oh, yeah, they are the highest total game right here at over-under. So this is what you want. You want where points are going to fly, and I'm taking the 49ers offense as way more powerful than the Seattle Seahawks here. Number 8, Tyler Bass. Now, the Chiefs defense, one of the best red zone defenses. Here you go again. You're in a game here now, and I could have put Harrison Butker up here, but I think the Buffalo Bills defense is almost better than the Chiefs at this point. They're like neck and neck. So I could have put both kickers up here. I didn't put Harrison Butker up here. But if you have Harrison Butker, you're probably starting him 100%. But I just like the idea of the Buffalo Bills. They might not have Amari Cooper. They might not have Dalton Kincaid. So this could be every point we need. We'll take every kick we can get here in this game. So I think Tyler Bass, especially at home here, is going to have a bigger game than Harrison Butker is. And it's just one of those dart throw plays here with him over Harrison Butker. That's the only reason I'm taking it is because they're missing people in this game. Number 10 is going to be Jake Elliott. This man has been on an absolute field goal tear lately for the Eagles. So just say you're looking at it like this, right? I know he had 10 points last week against Jacksonville. They scored all touchdowns. Then Cincy, it was 15 points. Dude, the Commanders' defense has gotten better. Since they switched to the single high, like I've said in a couple other videos, they've gone from a bottom-of-the-barrel defense to one of the best, mid-tier defenses. And now they add Marshawn Lattimore as well. That's going to help them as well defensively here, probably against A.J. Brown. Big, big division rivalry game. I mean, I said it when I was talking about Austin Siebert as well. There's a lot on the line here. Every point is going to count in this game. Now, my streamer kicker that could be available on your waiver wires that I absolutely love this week is going to be Jason Sanders of the Miami Dolphins. Why do I like it? Because you get the Las Vegas Raiders. We don't know if Gardner Minshew is going to be out there. Could see Desmond Ridder by the third quarter with how bad the Raiders offense is. They are in absolute shambles. And guys, the Raiders rank 30th versus the kicker, allowing 10 points a game. So now you have the high-powered Dolphins offense back healthy. Tua back out there. Tyreek played through the wrist injury. Jalen Waddle saw a little action. Achane, they're playing for their season. Should be another win for the Dolphins here and should be a high-scoring game for Jason Sanders as well here. Head into the defensive side of things. The Minnesota Vikings are my number 1 defense by a mile this week. You get the Tennessee Titans. So the Tennessee Titans just got sacked 7 times by the LA Chargers last week. The Minnesota Vikings blitz at the highest rate in the NFL. Will Levis is in for a nightmare game, sack-wise, possibly turnover-wise, and I want the Minnesota Vikings defense, DFS, every single thing I can get this week, 100%. Number 2 is going to be the Detroit Lions. Now, this one does depend on Trevor Lawrence, so we don't know if Trevor Lawrence is going to be out there, but if it's Mac Jones, you saw what Mac Jones did last week. Yikes. The Detroit Lions are going to eat that alive if Mac Jones is the starting quarterback. If Trevor Lawrence is out there, I'd probably drop the Lions down to like 6 or 7 because the Lions do struggle versus the pass. And if Trevor Lawrence is out there, it does elevate their pass game. If Mac Jones is out there, it really, really hurts the pass game, let's be honest. So it is depending on what quarterback's out there, but I still like the Lions as a start either way, no matter who the quarterback is. It's just better if it's Mac Jones. Number 3, fresh off the bye, the Green Bay Packers are going to be getting after Caleb Williams. So we got this whole Bears conundrum right now of they want, like, veteran players on the Chicago Bears were calling for Caleb Williams to be benched for Tyler Badgett, which is absolutely bonkers. So instead of doing that, they go out and they fire Shane Waldron, which if you followed my show or anything from the beginning of the season, we talked about how bad Shane Waldron was going to be for this offense the whole time anyways. So this is something we said that should have happened before the season started. That didn't happen till now, which probably cost them a couple wins in easy matchups they should have had. So off the bye, new OC, Caleb Williams absolutely struggling. I think the Green Bay Packers are going to throttle the Chicago Bears this week. Number 4, and I thought about putting them up there at number 2. I mean, Cooper Rush is named the starting quarterback who just threw for 45 yards last week, guys. What? Absolutely terrible. Now you get Monday Night Football, the Texas battle of the state here. The Cowboys, I mean, it's over for the Cowboys. Dak Prescott's season is done. CeeDee Lamb has probably taken a massive hit. I mean, Jake Ferguson didn't even really do anything out there either. It was so ugly to watch. I mean, they got absolutely rolled over by the Eagles, and I don't really see them being competitive probably in many games the rest of the way this season. So whatever defense you can target in the Cowboys weekly playing ahead, I do that in a couple leagues. Like if I have, a bench player I don't need, I'll stash a defense ahead. I'm trying to stash anything I can to play against the Dallas Cowboys every single week. Number 5, the Miami Dolphins. And this is a nice one, guys. You get the Las Vegas Raiders. The Las Vegas Raiders offense is in absolute shambles. They cannot run the ball. They trade away Devontae Adams. They still have Jacoby Myers. Yeah, he's all right. Trey Tucker's been nothing. Brock Bowers has been amazing. But he's going to start to see the focal point here. And Miami, if you're looking at it, so why I really like this defense here is Miami is very good versus the tight end, too. They're number 8 on the season. They only allow 9.7 points to the tight end position. So Brock Bowers is in for a tough matchup to go along with the Raiders offense having literally no run game either with Alexander Madison and Zamir White. So waiver wire play right here, 100% with the Miami Dolphins. And like I said, I played ahead on the Dolphins in a couple leagues. I picked them up and they played on Monday Night Football, so it was even easier. So I got to snag them in a couple leagues. That's something you should be looking to do in fantasy football as well here. Number 6 is going to be the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it's hard for me to take them out of the top 10. I know there's a very, very tough matchup. You're at home going against the Ravens. Still, this defense is so good that I cannot take them out. I know the Lamar Jackson's offense is absolutely phenomenal. Derrick Henry, you now have Deontay Johnson, Zay Flowers, Mark Andrews is cooking as well. Still, it's the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm not benching this defense no matter who they're playing. They're just too damn good. Number 7 is the Denver Broncos. And we just saw Kirk Cousins shit the bed versus the Saints. So, I mean, you now have that. I think one of the best. I think the number 1 defense in football is the Denver Broncos. So you're going to have Pat Surtain out there on Drake London. You're going to have Kirk Cousins. The Atlanta Falcons do have a great line. The pressure the Broncos get is absolutely phenomenal. They just had the Chiefs number. So, I mean, you're now going to be going at Mile High. A big game all the way around for both teams here because, I mean, you're looking at a 5-5 and 6-4 matchup here. And it's like the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. I cannot bench the Denver Broncos defense, and Kirk Cousins just looked terrible last week. Number 8, the New York Jets. I mean, Sauce Gardner is not being Sauce Gardner anymore is crazy, but he's still a damn good corner. It's crazy that he's having a bad year that he is. DJ Reed as well, also a good corner on the other side. Hassan's out there now. This is everything for the Jets right here. They have to win this game against the Colts. You're going to have Joe Flacco still at quarterback, who is a statue, who cannot get 10 yards anywhere. He's so slow. This should be a great play for the Jets D at home here. And it just depends on how their offense looks, man. I need Aaron Rodgers to move the ball here. It's a great matchup offensively for the Jets too as well. They should get more opportunities the defense give them. And I'm still going to put the Jets up here, even though they're struggling. Number 9 is going to be my San Francisco 49ers against the Seattle Seahawks. And if you watch my QV video or anything like that, it is weird with Geno. He's up and down roller coaster ride versus the 49ers. He had a bad first game, and there was no CMC out there. So I have this weird feeling he has a decent second game here against us. But still, the over-under is at 50.5, so they expect a lot of points in this game, as do I. I mean, they're going to have DK Metcalf back out there healthy. But still, the 49ers defense is still going to be in the top 10 for me, although I don't really love the play. Number 10 is going to be the Los Angeles Rams, and they just played damn good against the Miami Dolphins. I mean, now you get the New England Patriots. So the LA Rams here could be in for a good play against a team that's really, really struggling offensively. I know I like Drake May. I know he's had a couple matchups that are very tough here. And this is kind of a must-win game for the Rams. 4-5, Cardinals at 6-4, Niners at 5-4. Should be an easy matchup for them. Should be an easy win. You know, you're at Foxborough in the cold West. Teams usually struggle going out east, especially, you know, for early games as well. But still, this is Sean McVay knows this is probably the season right here if they lose this game to the Patriots. So I expect the Rams defense to come out flying in this game and be a decent top 10 play this week. Now, my streamer defense of the week is going to be the Cleveland Browns. I know they trade away Zadarius Smith. I don't really care about any of that. This is a 2-7 versus 3-7 matchup. They're at the Saints, the Superdome right here. Over-under is 43.5, so it's very low. They don't expect a lot of points to fly. Neither do I. And it's like this defense was a number 1 defense before the season started, and they just couldn't get any offensive movement to even keep their defense off the field. So they were out there the whole time just getting gashed for plays because they couldn't get a first down on offense. Now you got Jameis Winston. Now you have the Saints with pretty much just Alvin Kamara. I'm not buying Valdez-Scantling for another big game like that. Mason Tipton out there with him. Bub Meme still on IR. Olave with concussions galore like Tua. I mean, you might have Taysom Hill have a couple plays here and there, but I think it's going to be really rough for the Saints in this game. I think it's going to be rough for the Saints the rest of the season. So kind of like the Cowboys, I'm trying to target defenses that are playing the Saints the rest of the way. And I'm even looking ahead for matchups for it because I don't think it's going to be a great offensive show here for the Saints the rest of the season. That is the end of the episode, guys. Thanks for rocking with me today. That is my top 10 kickers, top 10 defenses, plus 1 streamer each. Sorry, I got the hiccups as we're going. Before we head out, guys, make sure you smash that like. Make sure you smash that subscription. Turn that bell on. All the support has been absolutely appreciated a ton. You guys are absolutely amazing. I will be live Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, again, for all the shows. And if you guys can't make the shows, you can always drop any comment you want down below. It does not have to pertain to this video. I try to answer every single one of them. And if you want to check out my quarterbacks and my waiver wire videos, those are out. I'm going to try to get to my running back, wide receiver, everything here today as well, guys. And that's it for me. SleezBall out. Hope to see you guys in the next video.